Good morning! My name is Charmaine, and I will be your local guide for the day. Let me take you to one of the exciting regions in the Philippines, Region 2, also known as Cagayan Valley Region. Region 2's land area is 26,388 square kilometers. It is bounded to the west by the Cordillera Mountain Range, to the east by the Sierra Madre, to the south by the Caraballo Mountains, and to the north by the Luzon Strait. The region is composed of 5 provinces, namely the Valley Province of Cagayan and Isabela, the Mountain Province of Quirino and Nueva Vizcaya, and the Island Province of Batanes. The mountains on the east serve as a natural barrier from devastating winds during typhoon season. The valley floors of the region experiences cold winds from November to February, funneled through the opening in the north, and trap surface temperature usually from March to June. With the most of the production and settlement areas along the valley floors, frequent exposure to extreme temperature is normal. First up, let me take you to Batanes. The capital city of Batanes is Basco. As you can see, Batanes is an archipelagic province in the Philippines and is administratively part of Cagayan Valley region. It is in the northernmost province in the country and also the smallest, both in population and land area. The Batanes total land area is 23,000 hectares or 230 square kilometers and 450,000 hectares of territorial waters. The island group is located approximately 162 kilometers north of Luzon mainland and about 190 kilometers south of Taiwan, separated from the Babuyan Island of Cagayan Province by the Balintang Channel and from Taiwan by the Bashi Channel. Batanes is comprised of 10 islands situated within Luzon Strait. 3 of these are inhabited. Batan, the mainland, the second largest, Itbayat, the largest, and Sabtang. The rest are Misanga, Ditarim, Siayan, Denim, Vohos, Adike, and lastly, the northernmost island is Maudes, or commonly known as Yami. And also, Batanes has traditional clothing just like Vakul. Vakul, one of the most endemic clothing of Ivatans, a headgear designed to protect the wearer from the sun and rain. It is made from Voyavoy palm fiber. And we have Kanai. While women traditionally wear the Vakul, men wear vests known as Kanai and Talugong, a traditional wide-brim farmer's hat. These unique traditional garments, woven from shredded leaves known as Voyavoy or Philippine date palm, are symbols of the Ivatan people's creativity and resilience. The province is known to produce the following products. So, at Basco, we have coconut production and processing. At Itbayat, we have garlic production. At Ivana, we have garlic processing. At Mahata, we have turmeric powder processing. At Sabdan, fish production. Uyugan, Menu Vahing, or black wine production. On account of Batanes geography, farming and fishing are main sources of food and income of Ivatans. Vegetables are raised without the use of chemical fertilizer, while root crops have been one of the major agricultural products of the province. The sea waters, on the other hand, are aplenty, especially from March to May, with dibang, or the flying fish, and arayo, the jacket fish, and the lobsters are also made for a truly memorable visit to the province. So just like any other provinces, the Batanes has traditions and rituals. Just like May Vanu-Vanua ritual, May Vanu-Vanua ritual is to open the fishing season of Dibang, or the flying fish, and Arayo, the dolphin fish. We also have the Palu-Palu dance. Palu-Palu is a war dance that shows how the community joined forces as one to defend themselves. It is a dance showing how the Ivatans defended themselves against the Christian intruders and how they learned to accept Christianity and live a virtuous life. The dance was a simple one performed by men who wore simple flesh-colored garments. The tapping of wooden stick as background music to the dance produced an echoing sound as the Batanes reenacted their battle with the Christian invaders. Lastly, we have the Payuan Festival. The Payuan Festival in Basco, Batanes. This is the annual foundation anniversary of the province of Batanes to show the unity of their people. The Payuan Festival is the biggest and the major celebration of Batanes region. The event will be opened by a mass and the street parade showcasing of cultural and historical arts. And of course, your visit will not be complete without going to the top tourist attractions of Batanes. Batanes may be the Philippines' smallest and least populous province, but don't let that fool you into thinking that there's nothing to see in the picturesque destination. First off, discover Morong Beach. Batanes' unspoiled beauty is most evident in its beautiful beaches, from powdery white sand to scattered boulder rounded by time and waves. Morong Beach is one of the most popular beach in Batanes because of its large rock formation called Nakabuang Arc. This natural formation is said to be the most photographed spot in all of Batanes. Unlike other beaches in Batanes, the waves in Morong are gentler, making it safer for tourists to take a dip. Its pristine white sand is also comparable to that of Boracay. Next, we have Mount Iraya. Batanes is picturesque at every turn, and you'll be hard-pressed to find a spot anywhere on the island that are not worth capturing in photos. One great example is the famous attraction in Batanes. This active volcano offers an adventure for hikers. So Mount Iraya is one of the Philippines' 22 active volcanoes, and its last eruption took place in 1454. It stands at 1,517 meters and is quite steep. The trail is narrow and covered in trees and vines. It also gets increasingly muddy and slippery, which can pose a challenge to inexperienced hikers. But once you reach the summit, you will be rewarded with great views of the island. Third, we have the Mount Carmel Chapel or the Tukon Church. Batanes has dozens of churches scattered throughout its 3 inhabited islands. But one church you shouldn't miss when you visit Batanes is its Tukon Church. Local artisans built this small chapel on top of a hill, and the province's traditional stone houses inspired its design. Mount Carmel Chapel is ideal for couples who want a romantic and small marriage ceremony. Inside the chapel are paintings of saints done by local artists. Outside the chapel, you can see the crashing waves where the Pacific Ocean and South China Sea converge. And lastly, we have the do's and don'ts in Batanes. First off, in case it's not instantly apparent, Batanes is not a modernized province, so expect there are no jeeps, only tricycles, personal cars, and bikes. So, don't complain about inconvenient transportation. Instead, embrace the inconvenience. Embrace their culture, leave behind all thoughts of the comforts of the city. Allow yourself to enjoy the beauty of Batanes. Second, if you're used to having staycations in the city, chances are you will be disappointed with the hotel churches in Batanes. So don't expect for luxurious accommodations. Instead, appreciate the fact that Batanes built their houses all by themselves, doing the hard work for tourists to have shelter to stay. Third, texting and calling in Batanes is already challenging, and so don't look for internets. Instead, turn off your phone and socialize. Learn to adapt their culture. Fourth, enjoy the Western plate. Don't ever compare local dining to other luxurious dining. No Instagram account where you can check out the menu and expect the bill to take longer time than usual. Instead, eat like local and taste their vegetables. And lastly, Don't ever complain about the weather. Instead, wear proper clothes suitable for the weather. Now, let's continue with Nueva Vizcaya. I hope that you have learned and get to know more about Region 2 or Cagayan Valley region. Thank you for listening.